How you doing, guys? ZDEyE here. First of all, apologies about my voice. Yes, I'm sick, still sick actually. I got a nose problem, but anyway, hopefully this will be gone by the time, maybe tomorrow or the next day, because I gotta start working on a big video already finished up with the script, so I cannot wait for you guys to see, but of course it'll take a while for the editing process as well, and gathering up a bunch of different footages. And as such, I wanted to talk about God of War. Came up a very entertaining and interesting story. This may as well have something to do of its sequel. Now that is very exciting personally to me. If you guys did not know, so there was actually a talk with Cory Barlog regarding recreating Kratos, and basically a full 1 hour length interview more or less with the director himself, Cory Barlog. It happened on the 3rd of January, was like, well, currently recording up this video, it happened yesterday. I watched the whole thing through. It was entertaining as hell. I encourage you to check it out. It's on PlayStation Access. I will leave down links below in the description as well for you to see it. It's a very well done job, of course. And as such, I have picked up few tidbits of information I definitely needed to talk a little bit about. And as such, that Barlog himself was asked why players didn't get to meet Faye, to which he said that there wouldn't be enough weight behind her story right off the bat. He's on the view that God of War built up a character's story to a point where he can reveal more about her to the players. Just for the newcomers, more or less, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Faye is basically a wife, Kratos' wife, and the Atreus is a son. How did he cope up with her? I should even say, how did she kind of fell in love with Kratos and stuff like that? You kind of want to know the story about that, right? We didn't even see an image or a picture of Faye before. Actually, we didn't see it during the gameplay at all. And actually, in his words, Barlog's words, and I quote, "The story of Faye and Kratos meeting, there's less weight when you don't know anything that's coming ahead. Meeting her needs to actually feel like something that you already know. The story that we told here, so there's a greater weight behind who she is. She's got a mythology that builds up so that first meeting and period of the time that Faye and Kratos obviously spend together. So much of it's not about fighting or action. They're both warriors who have reached a point in their lives where they don't want to fight anymore because they both see through the reasons why they have been fighting. Meeting at the time and at that exact moment when both of them are willing to set their weapons down fundamentally changes both of them." That's a nice answer coming from Kratos' creator, more or less. Cory Barlog, him of course. And as such, this kind of gives us a little bit of a clarity that there might be a chance to see that something could be interesting going on for the sequel. And as such, let's just get in, right? Barlog also went on to say that Faye had a lot of power and controlled a lot in the game's universe. That's very true. She has handprints all over the place. Basically, she knew where will Kratos take this journey. Coming from Cory, I don't know how we're going to tell this or when we're going to tell this, but I really want to tell that story of Faye and Kratos, and he basically concluded it. This is actually going to be very interesting to see what kind of relationship, how they pretty much fell in love. I don't know, how could she cope up with someone as crazy as Kratos? Well, crazy probably is a strong word. I would say mad, rage, full of hate, all of that, and pretty much, God of War himself. And it just makes it so much more entertaining and unique. Maybe she was already seeing her own future, so that's why she was already into Kratos at that point. She knew who he truly was, not just this shell outside of the rage, but instead who he could be, the man that Atreus will always be looking up to. And as such, obviously, I presume you might have already played the game, right guys? Finished it, of course. So basically, Atreus as such pretty much looks up to Kratos, his father, and follows the examples, learns the lessons that he provides. Now, at first, the game was very hard and very hardship and stuff. and Kratos was trying to manage his own anger issues, and of course, after a while, Kratos learns how to be human, and that's just makes it so much more entertaining in the emotional side of things. And just as that, how did this went down with Faye? That is so mind-boggling personally for me. I just would love to know. Now, just tell me down in the comments as well, what are your theories, and maybe you have a little bit of a story to share as well. That would be nice to see and to read, of course. But at that point, I'm going to let you go now. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. See you guys all later, and yeah, have a good one.